headed out to the woods. Gonna try to get ready for hunting season. Got to keep that freezer full. The way things are going, I darn sure don't want to have to rely on a grocery store. So headed over to a little spot where I mostly deer hunt, do some squirrel hunting. I got a feeder I need to check on because yes, we can bait in our state, and also gonna check on the stand. My stuff's kind of old. I just want to make sure it's in good shape for opening weekend. My feeder's throwing and all that. So nice weather, should be a nice day. Nice place out here. It's about a half hour from town. So it's not too inconvenient, but far enough out, your hoople factor is minimized. The main thing I want to do while I'm out here is make sure my feeder's throwing. I come out a couple weeks ago and got it set up full of corn, and I'm just not, it's kind of a pain in the neck to program that thing, and I'm not totally confident it's done right. So I just want to make sure it's throwing. If it is, I don't have to come back out here until opening weekend, and I'll just let it set. But I thought while I'm in this neck of the woods, I'd stop by and check it out. That way I've got no unpleasant surprises on opening morning. I have showed up before only to learn my feeder hadn't been throwing, and it was all for naught. So we're gonna make sure we don't repeat that this year. And of course I fooled around and forgot my bug spray for ticks and chiggers and such. We had a frost the other day, but I don't know if it was heavy enough to solve the tick problem just yet. So we're gonna wing it. It's a beautiful place to hunt out here. Good pretty oak timber bottom. Shout out to my buddy Philip. This is his family land, and appreciate him letting me hunt out here. It's a pretty good little walk back here from the road on opening morning. I park way back up there by that gate, and it takes 20 or 30 minutes to hike back here. And I put this stand here, I believe, what is that? Only here 2 minutes and already discovered some wildlife frolicking around. We put this stand here when we were kids. We've rebuilt the top part a couple of times over the years. It's basically a lean-to made out of muffler pipe, welded together, and then the top platform is wood, and then we built a wood shooting rail around the whole thing. So you set up in that thing and you can prop up on there and get a good aim. No roof on it. I always wanted to put a roof on it, but just hadn't gotten around to it. And I'm walking in a dried up slough right now. This will fill full of water most of the time during winter. And my feeder is right up there. Well, something sure has got after it. Buck deer will take their antlers and knock that cover off of that thing while they're trying to get that corn out of there. It does appear like it's been throwing. There's a couple kernels on the ground where something came up and smacked. Should have thrown this morning. And there's a couple kernels on the ground where after they ate the corn that it threw, they were trying to knock more of it out of there. And see if we can see some tracks here. That is a deer track. So it's not hogs bumping up against the base of the thing. I could get it up higher, but it's always worked like this, so just going to kind of stick with it this year, I think. All right. There's some wasps trying to build up in behind the battery. That's always pleasant. They'll be gone after it gets cold. Let's do a test throw. Is it already out of corn? No, it ain't out. It's getting low though. I'm gonna need to come back and put a couple more bags in it, looks like, before opening day. All right, well, that's pretty much mission accomplished. Just want to make sure my feeder was throwing. It is throwing, they are eating. There's tracks everywhere. And I saw a scrape somewhere. But anyway, yeah, I'm gonna come back later, put some corn in that thing, maybe next weekend. And I'll put enough in it to last until opening weekend. So now I'm gonna head over to our camp. My buddies are over there now building an outhouse. It's gonna have a toilet and a shower, a hot shower. So that'll be nice. Let's go check that out. Camp's pretty basic. We don't, we kind of rough it. We got a generator for electricity and lighting, but there's no running water or anything like that. We got bunk beds. We can sleep 6 on the bunks, 1 on the couch, and we have put people in the floor. Got a little stove we drag out. There's a Dearborn heater right there, and never really got finished out, but it suits our purpose, has for a number of years, and that's all we got out here. We cook. We'll bring a grill up, cook on that. Got a fire. We cook on the fire a lot. So there's a pond right up there is a levee. One of our favorite things to do in late February is we have a catch, clean, cook day. And so we'll come out here, we'll have a little fishing tournament. We'll catch some brim, bass, maybe a catfish. And then we squirrel hunt first thing in the morning at daylight. We'll go squirrel hunting, we'll bag some squirrels, we'll come fish in the afternoon. And then in the evening we build a fire and we cook everything that we caught that day. And got a really good campfire grilled squirrel recipe. Got it from Ted Nugent. It's fantastic. And then for the fish, we just scale them and cook them whole on this grate over the fire, and maybe a little seasoning on them, and it's absolutely delicious. It's fantastic. We do that usually on like the last weekend of hunting squirrel season, which is late February here. Used to, there was an abundance of rabbits out here. You could walk these roads with a shotgun and just limit out on rabbit. And rabbit is, man, it's so good to eat, and it's very heart healthy. And we used to do that on our catch, clean, cook days. We'd have squirrel, rabbit, fish. The fish is actually something we just recently started cooking on the fire. I got a recipe off another YouTuber, man, it really stole the show last year. The squirrel's always good, but we were skeptical about the fish. I had to kind of talk them into it. And anyway, I scaled them, put them on the campfire, and it was absolutely phenomenal. Now let's see what these boys have been up to. We got a finger pointer.
Yeah, ladder retriever.
What are we building here?
Well, we buried this drum 20 years ago, upside down, and the plans on building an outhouse, and we're finally getting around to it.
Looking good.
So we come out a few weeks ago and formed up, built a little concrete. We ordered a really cool little hot water shower device off of Amazon, and this side's going to be a shower. We sloped this concrete so it'll run out the back.
That's awesome.
So we'll have endless hot water until we run out of 12 volts propane or water, clean water. So we're going to fill 55-gallon white poly drums with water and use that. We're also doing a little overhang off the back, so we'll have our water, and we'll have a generator set here to power our little cabin.
So generator's going to be sitting right here under the shed.
Yeah, and we'll have our shower controller will be hanging on the back wall of the shower right here.
And there'll be a wall, I guess, between the...
There'll be a divider wall. It's not a wet bath like having some little campers. They have to put a little wall, a hole here so that someone using the toilet and someone showering can communicate if they needed to.
Like a confessional, you just slide the little thing open.
That's right.
All right. Finished product.
Not quite finished. Still not a moon left. Moon there yet.
Yeah, we're gonna put a crescent moon in that door. We're gonna put a teardrop, a water drop in the other door.
Something like that. I'm gonna do some research and see if there's anything that did back in the olden days.
Yeah.
We've got sidewalls done, toilets done. We'll probably get some, before we move the generator back here, we'll probably get some paver blocks so we can level this area out some.
Set the generator right there.
Set the generator right here, so it's underneath the awning. We still got the water from the shower is going to drain out right here. We made the concrete so where it's draining to the center to the right here. So we'll have to dig us a little trench to make this go out in the cut over here.
Down that hill.
Went ahead and mounted our shower box. I've used this at the house some, and once I got my controls set, this is for your heat and that's for your flow. It stayed pretty consistent on temperature, so we don't know if after we get it, once we get it set, it should stay. But we are discussing maybe knocking a bigger hole so you can reach
out there and
through there and
adjust
it needed. Hopefully you don't adjust the wrong way and scald yourself.
We've done that before.
Still got some finishing work to do around the edges. Got a shower. Still have to cut a hole for the shower head to go through, but went ahead and mounted it. Got a little shelf to put our soap.
Soap shelf, shower head. Floor is sloped where your shower water runs out the back.
I'm sure there'll still be some running out the front, but
not a big deal.
Who cares? Put some springs on the door.
They close on them up. Oh yeah. And we're thinking about water sealing the wood on the inside.
Yeah, on inside and outside, just to try to prevent any kind of rot.
Yeah. And then the toilet.
Still have to get us a corn cob to hang our toilet roll on.
Pretty deep.
Hasn't been for a test drive yet, but
Yeah, somebody's gonna have to do the inaugural dump. Perfect. Outstanding. And we got a sunroof, so we got light in there. You can shower under the moonlight.
and we built it all with a speed square and a 6-inch level,
That's it.
and it's pretty darn straight. All wood except for the 2x4s. All the paneling was sawed by my uncle in his sawmill. So
Rustic shower and shooter. Yep. Turned out great. All right, can't wait to use it. Is it already dried, or will there be cracks here? It's dried,
It looks pretty dry.
so don't have to worry about Peter gazing.